Mexican afternoon show. Um, today, today we're gonna talk about a little bit about the Russian history. I know, right? Russian history, Mexican program, English as a language. I don't know about you, but it blows my mind. Whatever. Let's get right into it. We're gonna talk about their Russian life in the Cold War. You know, Stalin, all that. Well, let's get right into it. We have a very special guest today. This is Ivan Petrovic.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, the applause for you. Very well. How about you, man?
Very good.
Well, I'm sorry about your granddaughter's absence, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. She was kind of sick, with a lot of trouble in her head.
Oh, okay.
But she sent you some questions that she wanted to ask
Yeah,
me.
she actually made me some questions that I'm about to ask you. So
Okay,
let's
perfect.
get right into it, right?
So, let's go.
Hey, love the beard, man.
Very nice, right?
Yeah, love it. So,
Okay.
you know, your granddaughter wanted to know how was life in Russia during the Cold War.
The life version that time was kind of difficult, Stalin, was very hard with us, the people. He didn't let a lot of people, express like they
Okay.
wanted to.
Okay.
But at the end, he was, I can say that, a good leader because, economically talking about, he made the country grow because of the oil production and the
Okay.
industrialization of the country.
Okay, so he improved the country, but he wasn't very nice with it.
Yes.
You are an ex-secret police agent from Russia, right?
That's top secret.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So, what was the role of the secret police on Russia during the Cold War?
Well, we have a lot of jobs,
Okay.
One of them was, to maintain people happy,
Okay.
like controlled.
Okay.
Is we have to,
know what you mean.
control the public opinion.
Okay.
Also, we have like this kind of secret missions. All that Stalin wanted to do, we have to do it. We were like, I don't know, little workers.
So, what was your job during your service?
During my service, well, I was on one of the police guards on one prison camp that Stalin
Okay.
made. I was in charge of making.
After World War II, right?
Yeah, exactly,
Okay.
exactly. I was in charge of making prisoners being like silent, making them being controlled,
Okay.
not disturbing with other prisoners, and making them do what Stalin wanted them to do.
So, what happened if anybody didn't follow a rule?
Well, we have to silence him.
What do you mean by silence?
Okay, it's kind of hard saying this. But well, during my service, I had to do a lot of things that I didn't like to, that I didn't like to do. One of those things was to kill people. Yeah, I know it's kind of hard, yeah. But it was killing or be killed,
Why would you take part of these acts, of these silencing acts?
Well, when I took part in this at the beginning, I thought that this organization was going to make the country a better place for everybody in that place, in that country.
For your family.
Yeah, exactly. Like a better life, better food, better conditions of living. I didn't know what was really happening on that organization. So when I took part, I thought that I will be like helping, like really helping the people, my people, my country.
The organization wasn't what it appeared to be.
Exactly. Well,
How could people live with not being able to talk their minds, to speak their minds?
in that time you can say everything that you wanted to, because if you said something that was, in other point of view, you were shot. If you
Okay.
did another thing that was another point of view, you get
From
shot.
Stalin,
Yeah, exactly.
You would get shot.
He was very rude. I mean, what he wanted to do, he did it. Doesn't matter what.
Okay.
So for us, the people, was very, very hard.
Okay. So I actually have another extra question for you. This
Okay.
is mine, you know.
Okay.
Do you see any similarities, like with any governor in today's society? And if you do so, do you have any advice for any future generations?
Well, I have to say that oppressors has always existed and they will always exist. there there will be always one person that wants to control everybody and that will kill or do whatever he wants to in order to get what he wants, you know? Like, well, you can take an example, the person that is now controlling Korea, North Korea.
Okay.
He, I don't know, he
Kim
doesn't.
Jong-un.
Yeah,
Okay.
he doesn't like listen to everybody. But what advice that I can give you, and every people that is watching this, is that if you feel that you're oppressed, that you can do whatever you want. If people is united,
If
yeah.
people stays together, right?
They can do whatever they want to because you're not the minority, you're the majority. Okay?
Okay. So, well, I think that's it. Well, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Petro.
My friend.
It was awesome talking to you.
Very
as
nice.
always.
You miss vodka,
Nice.
but it's okay.
Nice seeing you. Now we're gonna go with Adair, actually my co-host. She's gonna interview her granddaughter that she couldn't come from San Jeronimo. See ya.
See you.
Next time.
Well, how do you feel about the actions that your grandpa did in the past?
I will never feel ashamed of my grandpa or my family, but I know that the actions he did in the past weren't good. And I know that at the beginning he thought they were good, but he was acting for his family and for his country. But later, I also know that he couldn't stop for fear of dying, and I love my grandpa.
If you could change something about your grandpa past, what would it be and why?
If I could change something, it would be the silencing that my grandpa had to do to many innocent people that were only trying to stand up against the oppression that Stanley put into his citizens. I don't really think like I'm in a position to judge him because he wasn't a bad man. For me, he was always a loving grandfather.
If you were in your grandpa's place, knowing all you know about the way Stalin ruled his country, would you stand by him or against him?
I mean, he did some good things for Mother Russia. Although his human rights left a lot to be desired, they were not a bad thing. And his 5-year plan to modernize the USSR to the extent that he was able to the position to imitate like Nazi Germany were great. Without him making the modern industrial base to call upon, the USSR would have been unable to outproduce Germany. He also guaranteed Soviet citizens a universal access to a third rate. That means like they have houses, they have healthcare, clothing, food, among other things. He proved that communism wasn't all that bad. He also, the USSR was one of the first countries in the world where there were equal rights, no matter gender, in education and in government. But if we see the other point of view, Stalin did oppress his people in an obsessive way. There was no free expression, and he killed millions of his own citizens on his will to preserve himself. So responding to your earlier question, yes, I think I will stand by him.